Hey, how's it going everyone, and welcome to Some Gaming News March 2024. The month started with the news that Crash Team Rumble stopped receiving new content. The reason behind this is that the studio Toys for Bob no longer works for Activision and now works as an indie company. This last update brought all the content from the previous battle passes into one, and if you still play the game, then don't worry because they are not closing the servers. For now. Payday 3 has announced the Operation Medic Bag. After the disastrous release, Starbreeze finally seems to have a roadmap to make the game work and feel good with upcoming updates and changes to it, putting the original roadmap to a side and focusing on having a stable game. Some of the changes are, for example, completely getting rid of the progression through challenges and most importantly, bug fixes. Continuing with Payday news, Tobias Sjogren is no longer Starbreeze's CEO, due to, once again, the awful release Payday 3 had. In the meantime, Jürgen Goldner will take the place of CEO. Man, I had so much hopes for Payday 3. Yuzu, the open-coded emulator for Switch games, got demanded by Nintendo itself, and the creators of it agreed to pay the amount of $2.4 million for the damages done by it. The creators have stopped working on it and also on Citra, their 3DS emulator. According to Nintendo, Yuzu made piracy easy, and not only that, but also the scale of it was massive. Nintendo claims that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was downloaded by more than 1 million users even before the official release on May of last year. Lastly, the responsible of both emulators mentioned that the team of Yuzu were big fans of Nintendo and the project was done with their best intention, but ultimately got out of hand. Now, what do you think about the emulators? What about piracy? If you have any thoughts about it, then put them in the comments. Yes, I'm doing that thing YouTubers do for more interaction. Warner Bros. Games announced their plans for future games. Ignoring the amount of money Hogwarts Legacy generated, they are aiming for a future of free-to-play games, phone games, and live services games. Ah yes, because clearly games like Suicide Squad with that quality are the way to go. Remember Multiversus? Good news, it's coming back! Now with changes to character, stages, and being made with Unreal Engine 5. Not only that, but they are working on improving the servers so all players can experience the same, as well as adding a new PvE mode. Multiversus comes back the 28th of May for all previous platforms it was a part of. Dune is having its own game. If you're a fan of the series of movies or the books and also happen to be a gamer, then this might be the best news ever. Dune Awakening will be a survivor MMO set in the planet of Arrakis, with all the worms from the series. Or just one, I've never seen anything of it. Dune Awakening will release either at the end of this year or the beginning of the next one. If you're interested in playing it, then you can sign for the beta for PC. Honestly, game looks good, so I will keep an eye on it. Next news! Marvel's Spider-Man 2 now has a new game plus, adding things like being able to equip all the suit techs, the ability to replay the missions, or to turn your gadgets gold. You can also now change the time of day so you can take those cool night pictures or have the sign behind you whenever you want. The new game plus is a free update for the game. Oh, did I forget to mention that it comes with a debug menu that anyone could use? Well, it did. No idea if the feature is still around, but this menu allowed players to catch a glimpse to what seems to be missions part of future DLCs. Cool? I don't know. Moving on. Overwatch 2 had a new collaboration with one of my favorite animes, Cowboy Bebop, bringing the characters of the show as skins in the game. The cool protagonist Spike is a skin for Cassidy, Faye Valentine is a skin for Ash, Mauga takes the role of Jet Black, and Sombra becomes Ed. Let's not forget that Ayn is also part of the skins as the free reward after completing challenges, being a Wrecking Ball skin. Let's not talk about the prices and how I got the Spike skin. I'm a sucker for that, man. Did you enjoy the Mario Bros. Movie? Great, because I did. And not only that, the movie made by Illumination partnered with Nintendo is getting a sequel with plans of releasing in 2026, which means, and spoiler alert, that we will be seeing our beloved dinosaur Yoshi on the big screen soon. The 10th of this month was Mario Day, so for this day we got some announcements such as the previous mentioned sequel of the movie, Dr. Mario, Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color, and Mario Tennis are coming to Nintendo Switch Online, new profile icons, Lego sets of Mario Kart, and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door comes to Switch in May. But remember that Mario isn't always alone, that's why they also announced an HD version of Luigi's Mansion 2 coming in June of this year, and also letting gamers play the demo of Princess Peach Showtime before the release of the game. Now let's talk about some quick news. Ubisoft has started talks to bring Watch Dogs to the big screen. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut comes to PC the 16th of May. Rise of the Ronin looks a bit like a PS3 game, sometimes due to performance issues. Bethesda reminded us they are working on The Elder Scrolls 6, Minecraft's new weapon The Maze can one-shot basically anyone, and rumors arouse about Pedro Pascal finishing his recording of The Last of Us Season 2. Unrelated thing. Dead by Daylight released a new chapter bringing the usual new survivor, new killer and new map. This time some people have showed their true colors after finding out that the new killer's VA is trans, and some people were saying this is the way behavior looks at trans people after looking at some of the cosmetics of said killer. Killer which, by the way, takes the skin of their victims to try to blend in. That's why sometimes it looks like a male or sometimes like a female. Damn people. Yep, that's it of this bitch. Remember how last month I talked about how they are releasing this month the original Battlefront for new gen consoles? Well, they did, but only around 200 people could play online at the same time. The game released with only 3 servers with a capacity of 64 players each. A lot of lag, bad optimization being around 60 GB, and the worst of all, they were stealing things from mods of the original game without them crediting it, as showed by I Am Shaming over on Twitter. We got the announcement of some of the cast members for the Among Us series, them being Randall Park as Red, Elijah Wood as Green, Ashley Johnson as Purple, and Yvette Nicole Brown as Orange. During an Apex tournament, some of the players got hacked live, giving them wall hacks and aimbot, forcing them to leave. The tournament had to be postponed, and anyone who played Apex during that time were at the risk of getting all their information and accounts stolen or just breaking their PCs. All of this because the hacker wanted to do it for fun, forcing the developers to fix the vulnerability that was exploited. Steam has released globally the Steam Family Sharing, which means that you can share your library of games with up to 5 family members. Surely people won't abuse this. Clearly there are limitations such as only one of the family members can play games from the shared library at the same time, or that you can only share games with people who are in the same country as you because, I mean, it's your family, right? We got a trailer of Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, a game where we'll be playing as Captain America and as Black Panther, as well as Gabe Jones, a regular soldier, and Nanali, a spy. The thing that surprised the people the most is that the trailer is made entirely in Unreal Engine 5, and that it looks amazing, taking full advantage of the capabilities of the engine. Remember the lawsuit between Apple and Epic Games? Well, now the Epic Store will be backing Apple devices, but only in Europe. That's good news, I guess. Paramount Plus released by surprise Ark, the animated series, a 6-episode show that counts with the voices of Vin Diesel, Russell Crowe, Gerard Butler, and Michelle Yeoh. Seems interesting. I still don't have Paramount Plus, so can't watch it. Man. Dragon's Dogma 2 release, and the possibilities in that game are basically endless. You can do almost anything, and the character customization is so good that the gamers were making famous game characters left and right. Problem is when you check the DLC list, showing you a lot of them with a pretty high price. Some of the items the DLC brings are lures for common enemies, revives, fast travel, or character editor. Thing is that all those items can be found in-game. Truth is, some of them have limited amount of spawns or times you can buy them, but they can be obtained by playing. Now, another problem came. If you wanted to start a game from zero, then you have to completely delete your other save, as there can only be one single save at one time, which pissed some people off. Another new game of Marvel was announced this month, this being Marvel Rivals, a free-to-play hero shooter with Marvel characters. In this 6v6 game, parts of the map are destructible, allowing for new paths and more fun ways to fight the enemy team. What makes this game completely different from other hero shooters is the synergy system named Team Up in the game. In the trailer we can see how Hulk sends gamma radiation to Iron Man, allowing him to shoot a more powerful gamma-imbued laser, or simply Rocket climbing Groot to shoot his gun from the tree's shoulder. Some of the characters that are coming with the launch are well-known characters such as Iron Man or Spider-Man. Some of the mutants like Storm or Magneto, and a character I've never heard of, Luna Snow. Also, female Galactus is in there, and damn! Either way, a beta is in our way sooner than later, so if you get selected for it, then enjoy! It's been almost 8 years and we've already forgiven No Man's Sky, but at this point they are just trying to prove something. A new update released for free for all the players, bringing bigger stations, new shops, guilds, fleet missions, and most importantly, ship customization. No Man's Sky is the clear example of self-redeem, and more games should take that path. I'm looking at you, Payday 3. So, I will say this, No Man's Sky is currently on discount, as they usually do when a new update comes, so if this video performs well, then I'm getting the game. Not biased or anything like that, nah. The 31st of this month, Stellar Blade released a free demo that allows you to carry the progress you made there to the full game once it releases. So, if you've played the demo, chances are that you either like hack and slash or soul-like games, or you're a pervert. Which one will you be? I don't know. Either way, the game looks actually fun, and if you've played it, then hope you enjoyed. And that would have been some of the gaming news.
Goodbye.